Team Fortress 2 is a team-based first-person shooter multiplayer video game developed by Valve Corporation. It is the sequel to the 1996 mod Team Fortress for Quake and its 1999 remake. It was released as part of the video game compilation The Orange Box on October 10, 2007 for Windows and the Xbox 360. Killzone 2 is a first-person shooter for the PlayStation 3, developed by Guerrilla Games and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It is the third installment in the Killzone series that began on the PlayStation 2 with Killzone and continued on the PlayStation Portable with Killzone Liberation. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is a 2007 first-person shooter video game, developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision for Microsoft Windows, Mac OS X, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and Wii. A handheld game was made for the Nintendo DS. Resident Evil 4, known as Biohazard 4 in Japan, is a survival horror video game developed by Capcom Production Studio 4 and released by multiple publishers, including Capcom, Ubisoft, Nintendo Australia, Red Ant Enterprises and THQ Asia Pacific. Halo Combat Evolved is a 2001 military science fiction first-person shooter video game developed by Bungie and published by Microsoft. The first game of the Halo franchise, it was released on November 15, 2001, as an exclusive launch title for the Xbox gaming system, and is considered the platform's killer app. Doom is a 1993 science fiction horror-themed first-person shooter video game by id Software. It is considered one of the most significant and influential titles in the video game industry, for having ushered in the popularity of the first-person shooter genre. Counter-Strike is a first-person shooter video game developed by Valve Corporation. It was initially developed and released as a Half-Life modification by Min Kusamanla and Jess Cliff in 1999, before Ella and Cliff were hired and the game's intellectual property acquired. Wolfenstein 3D is a first-person shooter video game developed by id Software and published by Apogee Software. Originally released on May 5, 1992, for the PC operating system DOS. The game was inspired by the 1980s Muse Software video games Castle Wolfenstein and Beyond Castle Wolfenstein. GoldenEye 007 is a first-person shooter video game developed by Rare and based on the 1995 James Bond film GoldenEye. It was exclusively released for the Nintendo 64 video game console in Japan on August 23, 1997 and internationally on August 25, 1997. Half-Life 2 is a well-received sequel to Half-Life. Half-Life 2 takes place in the dystopian City 17 and the surrounding area, almost 20 years after the events of the original Half-Life. In the intervening years, Gordon Freeman has presumably been kept unconscious while the alien race known as the Combine enslave Earth.